Labubus. I am manifesting getting the secret one.
There's only a 1% chance of pulling the secret version of these Labubu blind boxes.
Oh! Labubus.
3,
2, 1. If you have been on social media in the last 6 months, you would probably have heard of Labubu.
Call me crazy, but this has got to be the greatest fashion trend alive right now. I may have overdone it with the Labubus.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, Mom. Let me see.
It has been the whole craze of the internet, Labubus. What is a Labubu? It's like this fluffy little monster creature looking thing that everyone is obsessed with at the moment. So let's start from the beginning. Where did Labubu come from? What's it all about? Labubu was first designed by an artist, Kae-Sing Lung. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He designed this part of his story series, The Monsters, which is based off mythical Nordic creatures. Then Kae-Sing Lung teamed up with Pop Mart to make these exclusive little creatures. Now, Pop Mart is known for their blind box toys. Everyone loves them. They normally have a collection in them in a series. So with the Labubus, there is 6 key characters and then there's 1 secret character. And there is a 1 in 72 chance that you will find a secret.
Day 56, buying my wife Labubu until she gets the secret ring.
Bye. Initially, when Pop Mart released these back in 2019, they didn't really take off until Lisa from Blackpink sort of made them a thing and everyone sort of jumped on the bandwagon of Labubus.
It's Lisa, and this is my secret obsession.
Now today there are many different versions of Labubus. The first version of a Labubu was the exciting macarons, which is a sort of sweet pastel, beautiful colors, all these cute little names for these characters. And then they brought out version 2, which was having a seat, so they're all in a seating position. Then there's Big Energy, which is all like hope, happy, luck, all those cute things. And then they also did a Coca-Cola collab where the Labubu is holding a little cola something, a little can of Coke, a little bottle of Coke. They're very cute in an ugly sort of way, kind of like a French bulldog, how they're ugly but cute. Now I can say that because I have a little French bulldog and he is the light of my life, but he's kind of ugly in a cute way. Pop Mart is very smart with how they brand and market these toys, these collectibles with the blind box strategy. And because with the blind boxes, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's a mystery. People are spending top dollar to find their beloved character that they want. And with the whole blind box strategy, it incentivizes people to go out and purchase more. Because if you buy a blind box and you didn't get the character that you wanted, sure as hell, you are going to go and get another one.
I'm so sad. Today is our last day of unboxing Labubus. Can't take it anymore. If we don't get a secret, I'm gonna crash out.
We've got about 14 of them right now. If this video gets 20,000 likes, we'll give one away. Worldwide giveaway of one of our Labubu.
I think I'm gonna get this one.
The one that Jackie wants to, so I hope I get that.
Essentially, you're going to keep purchasing until you get the one that you really want. And there being secret ones make it even more exciting for people. This isn't the first time a company has done sort of this strategy. Think of Pokemon cards back in the 90s. You would collect those cards until you had either all of them, the Pokemon card that you wanted. People love the whole mystery, the thrill of finding the Pokemon card, finding the Labubu character that they want. This is something people have done forever. Now, it's gotten so popular that Labubu has even partnered up with Harrods, for instance, in London.
There's a giant Labubu wall in Harrods right now. Pop Mart is hosting a 6-week pop-up at Harrods, and if you're a Labubu fan, it's defo worth checking out. The setup is so cute. However, we queued half an hour for Labubus I could have bought from my local Pop Mart.
So Harrods and Pop Mart did a collaboration. People were waiting hours in lines to get their hands on a Labubu.
It's now 9 a.m. and there's hundreds of people here for the Labubus. How long have you been here for?
9 hours.
9 hours here for stuffed toys, but they're so cute. Look how many people.
Labubus have now sort of become a status symbol because one, they're really hard to come by. You can't just go in to a Pop Mart and get one. Pop Mart has a special days that they restock these.
No idea that buying a Labubu was a professional sport. We'd never lined up for a Pop Mart before, so we'd planned to get there 15 minutes before it opened at 11. But when we got there, we realized it actually opened at 10. So the line was huge. It wrapped all around the corner. I sent Nathan.
How did I not know that you couldn't just go into a Pop Mart and buy a Labubu? I told Dominic I wanted to go so bad. So while we were in Houston, we went to the Woodlands Mall, to the Pop Mart, and we tried to get Labubus, like, you know, just purchase one, guys. And they told us that we could not, that they had only certain days. You have to order online and then pick it up. What?
And it has become a really exclusive thing to get your hands on. And all over social media, you will find people putting their little Labubus on their designer bags, which makes Labubus seem like a status symbol for people. So the more Labubus you have, makes you feel richer, more exciting, more luxurious. It's not about that you have a Birkin. No. It's about that you have a Labubu on your Birkin. This just makes it all the more exciting for people to get their hands on these ugly, cute monsters. Now, do I recommend you line up for hours for a little stuffed animal? Probably not, but I'm not you. If you have hours to spend and wait in line, go for it. I'm not here to crush anyone's dream on their Labubus. I'm really not. But what I'm trying to get at is Pop Mart have designed this exclusivity, this craze around Labubus just for you to keep coming back. It is the thrill of finding a Labubu. There's one, finding it in a shop, two, buying the box, not knowing what's in it, and even when you get that box, you open the box, the Labubu is inside a little packet, you still can't see what you've got, then you open that packet, and then there's that excitement, that little adrenaline rush of you finally getting Labubu. It's a whole thing. People love the suspense. That's why iPhones are designed in those boxes that are really hard to open, because the suspense of the box makes it exciting. People love the excitement. So how much does a Labubu cost? Let's look at that. Now, Labubus range from like $35 to like $70, depending on where you buy it. Now, if you buy it from a Pop Mart store, it will be on the lower end, I guess, $35, $50, depending. And this is Australian pricing as well, might I add. So that's sort of your range. If you buy it from a reseller, like a website that resells them, you're looking around like the $70 mark, which to me is crazy that people are spending $70 on this tiny little toy. But who am I to judge on what you spend your money on? I'm really not here to judge. When these websites are reselling them for like $70, it is crazy to me for what you get. If you are buying a like display box size, like ones that come with 6 in a box, you are looking up to like $350 for hopefully getting the Labubu that you want, which I find crazy that people are spending $350 on Labubus. That's just my opinion. Again, not here to shit on anyone, but people are spending up to like $350 on 6 of these little Labubus. And again, depending if you're buying it from a reseller, you could be paying more. And when it comes to reselling, there's also websites that will sell you the Labubu that you actually want. Like it will say the type of Labubu it is, the actual character, and you can spend a little bit extra knowing what you are going to get. If you want to buy a rare or a special one, you are looking around $250 in Australian prices, which is crazy to me, but maybe that's a smarter option if you wanted to get the exact one that you want. You know it's a secret one. There's no gambling. There's no excitement. You just know that's the Labubu you're going to get. Now, the fact that these are so exclusive, it just makes it even more popular because a lot of places, they're sold out. You can't get them. And so when people hear exclusivity, the line boxes, the thrill of it all, people go nuts for it. People are lining up hours for it. And it's not just people lining up hours for it. People are consuming this sort of content of people unboxing these Labubus. People are dressing up their Labubus with these cute little designer clothes like Miu Miu, Prada, like Dior, like they're dressing up their Labubus.
And you can bring your Labubu to try on all their clothes, these outfits and accessories. Bought a bunch of Labubu clothes from AliExpress. This one was the most expensive one. Damn, that is pretty cute. Look at that. That is pretty cute. I'm not too sure about the bag. Hi, Labubus.
So it's not just once you get a Labubu, you're done. No. We got to dress it up. We got to put it on the right bag. We've got to keep adding to this. Now, I just want to know, side note here, what are we all doing with them? I don't have one, but are you just putting them out on a display? Are they watching you while you sleep? Like, what are we doing with them all? Because I've seen some creators with tons of them. And I'm like, are they just sitting there collecting dust? Like, what are we doing with them all? You can spend up to as much money as you want on these things. Like, they're a collector's item. Who knows what they're going to be worth in like 20 years' time? But people are all for the Labubu craze. Labubus are like the new Stanley Cup, but at least Stanley Cups had a use. You could at least drink some water or your fun little drink out of it. Labubus are just chilling. They're just sitting there doing their thing. With all these Labubus going around, then comes the fake Labubus. You can buy a fake Labubu, no problem. You can jump on AliExpress and pick one up for $10. You could probably go down to a Sunday market and find some little stall selling fake Labubus.
Friend, I was scammed. I went to the mall to buy a Labubu, but I got a LaFufu. Look at the box, look at the box. It looks so real. The front ones were so real. This store, not gonna lie, had a lot of cool stuff. They even showed me what it's supposed to look like. Mine did not look like that. Mine did not look like that. Look at it. It's, oh!
With these whole Labubu things, they have QR codes on them now, and essentially you can scan the QR code and it will tell you if it's a legitimate Labubu or not. So I think that's a good thing that you know if it's a fake or if it's a real. I think Labubus are like Pokemon cards to kids in the 90s, but they're just fuzzy little creatures now. Would I like a Labubu? I don't know if I would want a Labubu. I don't know if I have been brainwashed by social media and now I feel like I need to get a Labubu just because I've seen all these other people with a Labubu. If I say Labubu one more time, oh my God. But you know what I mean? So like, I don't know if this is just a trend that I would genuinely want to get into or if I have been seriously influenced by the internet to get my hands on a little creature.
Genuine question for those of you who bought Labubus. Did you buy them because they're actually cute or did you buy them because of the clout? Because I'm the latter one. I bought it because of the clout. I think they look like monsters. Like when I first saw them, I was like, why are people raving about it? They're so ugly. This one looks constipated.
And I think that comes with the overconsumption of things, especially with being influenced by social media, which I think we're all victims of. We all fall for it here and there. The Stanley Cups, the Labubus, I can't think of anything else. But we all fall for social media's influence that it has on us. It gets to a point where we're just over-consuming content, over-consuming products, and the fact that it's essentially gambling to get the Labubu that we want, It's like, it's a recipe for like dopamine. It's a recipe for overconsumption. And like, again, I'm not shitting on anyone who loves their Labubu. I'm really not. Like, if you want to go do that, you do that. But I just want to make it very clear that you don't need to have a Labubu to feel like you're in the trend or you feel like you need one to belong or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, Labubus are just a materialistic thing marketed to us to feel like we need one because they're so exclusive, that we see them on designer bags, that we see content creators making all these unboxing videos. We don't need a Labubu. Eventually this trend will die out, as every trend does. Will they be worth some sort of money in a few years' time? I don't know. I don't know how far it will go. But I think we just need to remember that Labubus and the whole blind box strategy is just a way for us to keep buying more and more. Now, I did see this girl's TikTok where she was saying Labubus are the new lipsticks. And when I say that, I mean in a recession, apparently women tend to buy lipsticks when there's recession. We don't buy luxury big items. We go for small items that make us feel like we're getting some sort of luxury product for a quarter of the price. She's saying that Labubus are the new lipsticks and that people are just buying these to feel like we still get a little bit of joy, a little bit of pleasure, and it's not breaking the bank too much.
Are Labubus an economic indicator for a recession? Besides being super cute, the rise actually ties into a larger pattern, how consumers adjust their spending in uncertain times. In economics, this is called the lipstick effect. It basically says that during a recession or an economic slowdown, people just stop buying big luxury items like cars, designer bags, or vacations, but they don't stop spending altogether. Instead, they shift into smaller luxuries, emotional purchases, tiny treats that feel special without feeling reckless, like the $20 strawberries from Erewhon.
For some people, I saw this TikTok family that they have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on Labubus.
Day 56, buying my wife Labubu until she gets the secret rare.
Bye. Oh my goodness, look how shiny it is.
Mama, please get the secret rare.
I know, I really want a secret rare. Big into energy. I hear a shake. Oh my goodness.
I don't think they're in a recession. I think they've got plenty of money to be spending money on Labubus, but for a lot of us, we can't be spending like $2,000 on Labubus. At that point, you might as well buy the designer bag, in all honesty. But what do you guys think about the Labubu craze? Do you think it is just a trend? Do you think this is going to die out? What do you guys think? Are you guys lining up for these Labubus? I really want to know. But if anyone wants to send me a Labubu, I wouldn't say no to it. Like, I'm not against Labubus, but I just want to know what you guys really think about this new craze that seems to be taking over social media. Would love to know. Leave a comment if you've made it this far into the video. Let's do a little, send in a little emoji of a strawberry. Don't know why a strawberry, but I love strawberries. So if you made it this far, type in a strawberry, leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.